Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Hey, good news, those escaped cows, they turned themselves in. Apparently some cows on Guernsey Island had escaped. A local manager of the Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals said the cows left their farm, but luckily made their way to the GSPCA's office. Steve Burns said, "We're very blessed to have very clever animals here in Guernsey. This weekend, a local herd of Guernsey cows got through their fencing and decided to visit the team at the GSPCA on Sunday. It was a very entertaining day for the team, but we like a challenge, and it wasn't long before we got hold of the farmer who owned them, and off they went." Steve says in recent years, we've had a stray horse walk into the car park, and even 2 goats walk right in to hand themselves in when they escape from their field. These are very well-trained animals. Good news if you're either a time traveler from the 23rd century or you just wanted to talk to a humpback whale. You either got that or you didn't. Marine biologists say they were able to have a conversation of sorts with a humpback whale without resorting to mind melds. An adult female humpback whale, Twain, was located with a group of whales and called with a recording of another humpback's whoop-throp call. The recording was made by whales of the same group the day before, but the team didn't know if recorded calls would work or not. It turned out that whatever the whale had been saying the day before made Twain interested. After the team broadcasted the playback, Twain drifted away from her group and participated both physically and acoustically in 3 phases of interaction with the crew. First, Twain called back, then circled the boat, surfaced and dived again. After the interaction, she kind of left. Brenda McCowan told the BBC, after playing the contact call 3 times, we got a huge response. Then to keep the animal engaged, I started trying to match the latency of her calls to our calls. So if she waited 10 seconds, I waited 10 seconds. We ended up matching each other. We did this 36 times over a 20-minute period. Meanwhile, a British man has built a mouse village. Simon Dell began creating the mouse village 6 years ago in his garden. He wanted to protect the mouse from neighborhood cats. The mouse village has attracted more mice to the luxury mouse town. Yeah, it sounds like a nice place to live. The mouse town, constructed from recycled materials and repurposed trash. Simon documents the daily mouse activities across his social media channels. You might want to look up George the Mouse. Simon had piled some small logs around a box as a home for the original mouse and covered it with moss and straw to give the mouse a little shelter. Added wire fencing to keep the cats away. Within a few days, some more mice found out about the mouse gentrification. They moved into the neighborhood. So what did Simon do? He kept adding to Mouse Village. He made some dining tables. He gave the mice some props for hobbies like painting, boating, gardening, and photography. Now there's about 20 mice. Simon says, the only limit is my own imagination and skills at making the new buildings, and everything is made by hand from recycled bits of wood, old logs, or just about anything I can find in skips or the trash that could be given a new life. They have 2 of my old boots converted into mouse homes, and lots of other types of homes scattered around the village. In fact, they have everything you would want in a village or even a town. He has plans to add a train station, a cafe, and a theater. He says, that has been my goal, to make others smile along with keeping my mind and body active. Check out George the Mouse on social media. In Alaska, they've rolled out a 4-legged robotic guard animal that can be disguised as a fox or a coyote. The goal to deter animals from crossing or loitering on the runways. The DOT says they've tried all kinds of things. They've tried bringing pigs onto the airport grounds to eat bird eggs. They've mounted speakers to produce loud noises. They've fired at the animals with paintball guns. They've even used drones that spray grape juice. So if none of that works, Johnny Mac's wondering, why don't you guys just get a well-trained dog? But nope, robotic predator. The robotic predator will prowl the runways at Fairbanks Airport. The robotic predator can move through snow and ice while being controlled at a console inside. Panels of imitation fur print can be attached to the robotic predator to make it appear like a fox or a coyote. Again, I'm not sure why we don't just get a dog, but I'm not an expert in this. The robotic predator cost $70,000. And good news, if you kind of wanted to get divorced anyway, a couple was accidentally divorced after a lawyer clicked the wrong button. Mr. and Mrs. Williams were at the lawyer. The lawyer clicked the wrong button in an online portal. The error was made after the lawyers intended to complete a divorce for another client, but inadvertently opened the electronic case file in Williams v. Williams. The lawyers realized the mistake 2 days later and appealed to the high court to repeal the divorce. However, the judge was like, nope. There is a strong public policy interest in respecting the certainty and finality that flows from a final divorce order. But if I understand the story correctly, Mrs. Williams kind of wanted a divorce anyway, so they were like, let's leave it be. I don't know. Ask the Williamses. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoy the program, tell a friend about it. They may like it too. If you enjoy my company, I also host a podcast called Daily Comedy News. We talk about stand-up comedy 7 days a week. That show's a lot of fun in a different way, and it's not naughty. So if you want to check that out, Daily Comedy News. All right, you have a great day.